the tyranny of a thuggish dictator, Vladimir Putin. And again, I thank Chairman Meeks for his extraordinary leadership. Thank Ranking Member McCall, and I yield back.
The gentleman yields back his time. The gentleman from Texas is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield as much time as she may consume. The gentlelady from Indiana, who was born and raised in Ukraine. Her grandmother is still there and has told the stories of Hitler and Stalin and how bad this situation is on the ground. And she's the lead Republican of this resolution, Ms. Victoria Spartz.
The gentlewoman from Indiana is recognized for as much time as she consumes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm very humbled to stand on this floor of this great institution with my colleagues from both sides of this aisle to co-lead this important resolution and to show that this greatest country, these leaders of free world, are going to stand up to atrocities and tyrannies happening right now. I am very proud to have a strong freedom-fighting Ukrainian heritage. I actually was born in the Soviet Union, which when Ukraine was under that evil country. And I'm so proud that strong, brave Ukrainians are willing to fight again and again to be free. It should inspire all of us. And their bravery and actions are unbelievable. It should teach us and maybe remind us what it means to be a free country and how hard it is get your rights and freedoms back when you lose it. And we had so many people die for our freedoms. So let's value and cherish them. I'm very happy to see that this institution, when times are tough, when we have to get together, we can get together for show our allies, we'll stand together and show our adversaries and enemies. We will stand together, and not just stand together, we'll also lead the world. I also want to tell the Ukrainian people, American people are inspired, humbled, and they see your struggles and praying with you and standing with you. And this resolution from we the people, from this United States Congress is an evidence to it. I also want to tell Russian people, I actually have some Don Kazakh heritage. I know it's tough for you. I know what President Putin done to you. It's awful. But you need to have the backbone to stand up, or he will send you in history worse than you could imagine. So you stand up and stop this atrocity before it causes more damage. What happened there on the ground, it's not a war. It's slaughtering, killing of the Ukrainian people. So you are killing your fellow Orthodox Christian and East Slavs. And they went through history, oppression, suppression. How can you stand with that? I know that your propaganda is strong. I know they told you things that are awful, but open your eyes. Don't be part of it. Tell your government that they have to stop this elimination and extinction of people. I also want to thank everyone here in this country for loving freedoms, for supporting freedoms, and willing to be part of this challenge on the right side. But our actions should be decisive, and time like this requires strong leadership and strong actions. And we, as an independent branch of our government, I always say we're co-equal, but first among equals, because we do have power of the purse and power of war. So we have a lot of powers for a reason, and that's why our founding father gave us this power, because we are the people should put pressure on our president to be more decisive and strong and have some stronger action. On sanctions, we have to be tougher. We need to go after energy sector. We need to make sure that a lot of oligarchs are not on the list there, that should be on the list, the key oligarchs. They understand that it's not just Russian people will be feeling the pain that already they suppressed and stole money from them, but they will be start feeling the pain. We also need to make sure that we will have ways to affect financial system much more decisively. And we also need to make sure that these war crimes are going to go to international courts. And these people that make decisions on killing, on genocide, and using illegal weapons will also bear some responsibility. I also think we have a responsibility to provide safe passage in humanitarian corridor, and I hope we'll have other allies working with us and help us on that. But the most important, we need to make sure that we will provide proper defensive lethal aid to the Ukrainians, that they can defend themselves from this extermination before it's too late. We must act, and I am very honored to be part of this effort to show that we are willing to lead as this institution. Thank you, and I yield back.
The gentleman from New York is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm now proud to yield 1 minute to another gentleman